Sagittarius, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Sagittarius Tarot love reading. I'm sorry it has been so long since the last time I published a Sagittarius Tarot reading for you. The past 3 months have been a freaking nightmare for me. At this point, I wish I would have just recorded a video to tell about why I was gone so I didn't have to talk about it at the beginning of every reading for the first 12 readings back, but it's way more than I want to talk about, way more than you probably want to hear. It is behind me now, thank God, but I don't want to waste any more of your time because you waited long enough, so let's get on with this Sagittarius October 2023 love reading, because today we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest here in October 2023. I'm going to do that by getting one card to represent the mutual point of interest between the two of you here in October 2023. Then I'm going to get 3 cards to represent your energy in this connection. Then I'm going to get 3 cards to represent your person's energy in this connection. And then we're going to clarify everything with the second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. So let's get started with this Sagittarius October 2023 tarot love reading against the mutual point of interest. Here we go. Okay, what's going on with you, Sagittarius? What's going on with Saggy as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between them? October 2023. Okay, we're taking an extra card here. That's fine, no problem. Okay, let's take a look at your person. What is going on with Sagittarius's romantic person of interest as it relates to Sagittarius and the connection between them in October 2023, please? They don't seem to want to talk. What's going on with Sagittarius's romantic person of interest as it relates to Sagittarius and the connection between them? They got something that's not wanting to come out. It's in there. Look at the cards all trying to get away from me. They have a lot going on. It is very unusual that it takes me this many shuffles to get everything out. What's going on here? Still wanting more for Sagittarius's person. Look at all the stuff that keeps trying to come out. See, like that one had them like flipping over and going back in and not coming out. They're holding something in. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the Empress. This is the mother of the tarot deck. She is perpetually pregnant, so she's always giving birth to something. For me, in a love reading, she represents the birth of something new. Sometimes she can represent the rebirth of something, as in like bringing a connection back. But more often than not, this is the birth of a new connection. This could also be talking about manifesting something and it actually being here in the physical reality. She is the gateway between the divine, the universe, spirit, source, however you view that, and she's the gateway between that and this physical 3D reality that we live in. So this kind of an energy is the thing that manifests something into the physical reality, births it into reality here. This is a person. This is a new connection here. I have the 2 of Swords right under that. This is Libra energy. 2s are choices. They're decisions. This is a decision that needs to be made, only it hasn't been made yet for some reason. Usually it's like someone doesn't have enough information to decide, so they can't see everything, so they don't really decide. There could be something that they haven't seen yet, and it's preventing them from deciding. More often than not, this is kind of like a stubborn, bullheaded kind of an energy where someone has the blinders on, and like the lady could just lay a sword down and take the blinders off, and then she can see what she's doing and make an easy decision here, but she's refusing to do that. She's leaving the blinders on purpose. Like there's something she doesn't want to see and she doesn't want to look at it, and that's preventing from making a decision. No matter what, we have the birth of something new and some underlying decision related to that in this connection, and the decision's not being made. But something's being done here. I got the Page of Wands behind that. This is the minor arcana version of the Fool. It's not as like throw caution to the wind as the Fool is. This is more about having the willingness to take the very first steps down a brand new path towards something that there's passion and desire for. A lot of times this will be like communications or messages about passion and desire, like passionate messages. This is like being at the stages of talking about what I want, like expressing something that I have desire for. Early stages of something. This is not fully developed energy. Yeah. We got some passionate messages going on here. The Lovers is behind that. This is Gemini's major arcana card. This is some sort of it can be a powerful love connection between two people. This could be talking about the connection you feel. It could be talking about a new connection that's being birthed, and there's some power to that, some pull to that. At its core, this card is really about the interconnectedness between people, and when you're connected with someone, you can't make decisions and take actions without that same stuff also affecting the other person, and vice versa. So this is like a long time ago, before the Lovers card was called the Lovers, it used to be called the Choice. So it usually represents some sort of a choice in a powerful connection, or even a choice between two lovers here. That's what it looks like. We have like the willingness to make a decision, just not actually doing it. The willingness to go down a new path toward passion and desire, having passionate communicating. There's something in the background here. Something new has been birthed. That's the overall energy of the reading. That's the gist of what this is probably going to talk to me about. This mutual point of interest is shared energy that affects both of you some way here in October 2023, Sagittarius. It doesn't always affect you both exactly the same way. Sometimes it's a case of they did this and now you're feeling the consequences of it, or even vice versa. Sometimes it's a case that they said or did something and now you're feeling this way, or vice versa. Sometimes this is legitimately something external that happens to affect you both here. But for the shared energy affecting you both, we have the Emperor. This is the Aries major arcana card. This is an energy of control. Oh, damn. We're going from card 3, the Empress, to card 4, the Emperor here. So there's progressing energy. This is something that's moving forward right now here. This is about taking control of the situation, taking charge of the situation. It can be about someone is in control and they're calling the shots, they're making the rules, they're setting the boundaries here, they're kind of like laying down the law and putting up the barriers in place. This is also a master manifester energy, in the sense of this is someone who has all the tools and abilities and resources to put together a plan to get what they want and then execute that plan to get what they want. So sometimes this energy is a great energy. It's like a go get it kind of an energy. And sometimes it can go across the line and move from being about being in control to being controlling. So we're going to have to take a look at this, clarify this for you, and see what else I can find out. Tell me more about the Emperor, please. Why is the Emperor the mutual tone of interest? Okay. Already have, yeah, okay. Slow down. On the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Cups. This is actions toward love and emotions. This is about moving forward with romantic gestures, moving forward with a love offer, romantic gestures, like trying to advance forward in a love offer or a love connection in some way. So we have someone here being in control, calling all the shots in terms of moving forward, whether that's they're in control of whether things move forward with you, or they're setting some boundaries in place and being controlling and having this like, I want it all and it's all about me and I'm the important one here, about moving forward somewhere else. Yes, I don't know, Page of Cups right behind that. So now I've seen the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. So this is news and messages and communications about love and emotion. So this would be lovey-dovey communications, flirtatious behavior. Like we got the elements of it here. This is like talking about how I feel and like exchanging messages and being at the beginning stages of a love offer and like talking about it and thinking about it. And this is the stage of doing something about it here. This is actually advancing on that. And I think the pressure is mounting to do that. I have the Chariot right behind that. This is Cancer's major arcana card. This is the fastest moving energy in the deck. This is about rushing forward, like through all the obstacles and all the problems and challenges and roadblocks that are in the way, just through sheer will alone, getting past all of that very quickly and moving forward very fast in success and victory. This is like the will to overcome something, very speedy moving energy here, like very fast energy. And then right behind that, Five of Pentacles, this is Taurus energy. Fives are conflict or change. This is abandonment. This is about being abandoned, being cast aside, being left out in the cold, being discarded, walked away from. This is a breakup energy right here. And it looks like it's very fast moving energy. It's like we're doing something and talking about something lovey-dovey, and then pow, bullet out of a gun. When I clarify the Emperor, I get the Two of Swords, Six of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the Devil. Two of Swords, we've already seen this. It is right behind the Empress in the overall energy. So the birth of something new, and then a decision that needs to be made that is not being made. Now, one option I left out, I said this can be someone doesn't have enough info to decide. So they can't make the choice yet. This could be someone doesn't see something yet and they can't make the choice yet because of it. This could be someone who doesn't want to see something, like they know it's there, but they don't want that to be true and they don't want to look at it. They're in denial about something, and that's preventing them from making the decision that needs made. This could also be a case where there's no decision being made because it's not your decision to make. It's the Emperor's decision to make. He calls all the shots. He makes all the rules. He makes all of the decisions. So this could be a case where they need to make the decision and they're not doing it, and you're semi-powerless to make that decision for them. Doesn't mean you're powerless to make any decision in this. You're just not capable of making that particular one. I don't know if this is a decision. It's looking like they have someone new and they need to decide between that person and you, and they're just not deciding, and you can't make them decide. You can't decide for them, so to speak. Well, I guess you could. You could just remove yourself from the situation, but there's history to this connection. The Six of Cups is Scorpio energy, the card of the past. It's thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, thinking about the good old days and the way things used to be. History between people. This can represent someone from the past making a comeback. Eight of Pentacles, this is Virgo energy of work. It's like putting in the work, putting in the time, effort, and energy on something to get what you want, or at the very least, being willing to put in the work, time, effort, and energy on something. This is like, I know there's a decision I need to make here. They're in control of all of this, and I can't really decide, and the only decision I have is I could remove myself from this, but there's too much history here, and that history prevents me from making that decision to remove myself. The history makes me want to put in the work and effort on this. I don't know which one of you two that applies to. Based on what I'm seeing, that's you. The final clarifier here for the Emperor is the Devil. This is Capricorn's major arcana card. This is heavy, toxic energy. This is distorted energy. This can be obsession. It can be addiction. It can be like a feeling of being trapped by something, feeling like I can't escape from something, like something either external to me or something inside of me has control in some kind of a way where I can't escape it. And it's like it's controlling me. I'm not in control. It's controlling me. And when I have both of these energies together, this is usually a person who has this deep-seated something rooted in pain that they never healed. They never addressed it properly. They never dealt with it. Instead, they just pretended like it didn't happen, and they pushed it down, and they repressed it and hid it in the shadows of themselves and kind of ignored that and pretended like, I'm just moving on like that didn't happen. Only it did happen, and that pain is real, and the message behind the pain that is trying to deliver that person is real, and it's not being listened to. It's being ignored, and it's being like pushed into the shadow and hidden, and that creates this unconscious urges and desires and these little automated programmings that are running in the unconscious that just try to take over and do things, none of which are usually very good. This can also represent toxicity in this connection. It can represent that there's an element of toxicity affecting either the connection itself or one or both of you in the environment around you or internally, one or the other. There's a lot of meaning to the devil here. This could even be a case of like, look, I have this decision I know I need to make, but history prevents me from making it. The history makes me want to work on it, and now I feel stuck to this. I feel trapped and bound to it, like I can't escape from this connection. I have no control in it. It's all being controlled around me, and I can't do anything about that, including like stop this kind of stuff from happening. I don't have the ability to overcome that. I get left out in the cold. Yeah, and then there's the Nine of Wands under that. This is Sagittarius energy of being walled off and defensive. It's also a card of healing. That's the wounded warrior, and he's been hurt, hence the wall he's built around himself. That's his walls coming up to protect him, his defense mechanisms there to defend him from getting hurt because he's been hurt. He doesn't want to get hurt more. He's trying to heal. There's been pain in this connection for sure. And then there's still this, I'm stuck to it, dynamic going on. It's not uncommon at this point in the reading that I don't fully understand exactly what it's trying to tell me so far. This usually becomes much more clear once I get part of the way through your energy, Sagittarius, because then I will be able to see how this applies to you. I'll come back to it again when I go through your person's energy, because then I can see how it applies to them. But that's the shared energy affecting both of you here in October 2023. You got an extra card here. You got the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords. And these two I'm going to take together, the Moon and the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Swords is Gemini energy. Eight of Swords is also Gemini energy. This is mental anguish. This is like thinking about something over and over and over again on this repeating loop in your mind and not being able to shut your mind off. And it's not just thinking about it over and over again. It's thinking about it with so much like fear and worry and anxiety behind your thoughts that it physically manifests itself. It starts to physically stress you out. This can represent like sleepless nights, nightmares. I can't fall asleep. I can't stay asleep. I'm getting headaches. It's like I can't concentrate on what I'm doing because I'm just fearful and worried something all the time here. Not a pleasant mental space to be in. Trust me, I've been there. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. Why is that the first card for Sagittarius in October 2023, please? Okay. Good grief. Cards were all frayed out, and it was like so much happening at once right there. Bottom of the deck, Five of Wands. This is Leo energy again. Fives are conflict. Fives are change. This would be a conflict in your desires, an internal conflict. So this could be a piece of you wants this one thing, like maybe to rebirth this connection with this person, to put the work in on it because of the history that we have. But then there's another piece of you that wants pretty much the opposite of that. And you're playing this internal battle of tug of war in terms of what it is that you actually desire. You're pulling yourself in multiple different directions in terms of what you want. Instead of all of you pulling in the same direction, there's internal conflict. This can also represent internal conflict in the connection itself, as in you want one thing and they want pretty much the opposite, and you guys are pulling against each other, like competing against each other instead of going in the same direction. Seven of Swords is under that, Aquarius energy. Lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around behind backs, trying to get away with something that they shouldn't have been trying to get away with. You could be internally conflicted because that's happened before. You could be internally conflicted because you're fearful and worried and anxious and stressing out, thinking that something like this might be going on. This could be the reason why you're internally conflicted, where a piece of you still wants to fix it, but another piece of you is like, but dude, they do that to you behind your back. Wheel of Fortune underneath that. This is the wheel of fate. It's the wheel of destiny. It's a fated event. This is like what's supposed to happen is going to happen, and there's nothing anyone can do to change that. It can represent divine timing. Like what's supposed to happen is going to happen, and it's going to happen when it's supposed to, not a minute sooner, not a minute to later. Like you can't change the timing. You can't change what's going to happen. This can also just represent a change in the luck and fortune of this connection. Well, definitely when you have Seven of Swords and sneaky, deceptive, and lying and potentially cheating happening, birth of something new happening, a choice between someone I have history with and maybe a new person, or a choice between you and someone else from their past. There's some kind of a decision here that's not being made, and some sneakiness, whether this is you thinking sneakiness is going on or it actually is going on. This is not a pleasant situation, and things are changing, probably not for the positive here. When I clarify the Nine of Swords, 1, 2, 3, 4, I get an extra card again. So that's twice already for you, getting an extra card. Got an extra clarifier here. We got Six of Swords, Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups, and Judgment. Six of Swords is more Aquarius energy. So far, I've said Libra, I've said Gemini a few times, Taurus, behind the Lovers. I guess I didn't go far enough. There's that Five of Pentacles again, abandonment, breakup. I've got Aries out here. I've got more Libra, Scorpio, a little bit of Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, Aquarius, 4 fixed signs of the zodiac: Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. So I've said all of those signs more than once. Got some Gemini, some Pisces, Sagittarius, Cancer. I've seen the Chariot already. So you can be dealing with any of those signs. This is a collective reading, so it's going to be almost impossible for me to pin down exactly who you're dealing with as an individual person, because in this reading, I'm not dialing into your specific energy as an individual person the same way I would if I were doing a personal reading for you. This is a collective reading, so I'm tapped into probably tens of thousands of Sagittarius people right now, so it's going to be really blurry in terms of pinning it down exactly. But I'm just going to continue to call the signs out as they stick out to me, just in case they mean anything to you. But this is Aquarius energy of moving forward into calmer waters. It's about leaving these rough, choppy waters of the past behind and moving forward into calm, clear waters where there's more clarity, where you're moving forward towards something that you actually want. At its core, this card's about moving away from some mentally or psychologically painful situation or event, leaving the painful thing behind, moving away from the pain and forward into the future toward what you want. There is an implied choice that goes with this card, though. The woman and the child with the swords in the boat can indicate carrying forward burdens from the past with you. So the implied choice is like, look, this painful thing has already happened. There's nothing you can do now to change that. It's already happened. Your only real power here, your only real choice is about moving forward into the future. And when you do move forward into the future, are you going to carry the burden that this painful thing caused you into your future with you and let that continue to weigh you down? Let that continue to be binds around your neck that keep you stuck and trapped and under control, internally conflicted? Or are you going to take the lessons that painful thing taught you forward into the future with you so that nothing like this happens to you again? That's the real choice here. But this is about moving away from something painful and forward toward hopefully what it is you want. Sometimes this is in a relationship reading. It's a thing about like, I'm moving forward into the future, and the question is, am I bringing this person with me or not? And if I do, are they the burden that I'm going to carry forward? Or is there a lesson that we can both learn out of this and carry the lesson forward and make this so it's better going forward? That's the real question here. That looks like the thing you're having all the thoughts about, and the anxiety and fears and worries and grinding. And we'll see that again in a second when we get to your next card. Next clarifier for that Nine of Swords is the Queen of Cups. This is Cancer energy. This means that you have a lot of love and emotions for this person, but if you notice, the Queen of Cups is the only character in the deck that has a lid on top of her cup. And she's doing that as a way to protect her emotions. She doesn't want her emotions getting contaminated. She doesn't want anything getting into her emotions because it causes her pain. Probably takes her a while to heal, and she's trying to prevent that. So this tells me that while you do have love for this person, you have been hurt by them, and you are guarded, and you're trying to protect yourself from getting hurt. But at the same time, you really want to just take that lid off your cup and pour your love and emotions into someone. Ace of Cups. This is a new beginning in love and emotions. So this could be you moving away from this person and starting a new beginning. This can also represent filling the cup back up between the two of you, starting over from square one, so to speak, in terms of love and emotions. I think that's part of the choice that you're facing here is like, can we fill this back up? Or do I have to move on and try to start something new? And am I even going to be able to take this lid off of my cup? If that's what I do, either way, am I going to be able to take the lid off of my cup? Is it going to be safe to do that? And here we are talking about a decision again, that judgment is your final clarifier for that Nine of Swords. This is a major arcana card about decision, like final decision. In a love reading, this is a decision about the relationship itself. It's passing a final verdict and judgment on the relationship. It's about either calling it dead and over with, or it's about resurrecting it. It's about bringing it back to life and transforming it in a way that it's never going to be this nightmare again. Central to your energy here for October 2023, Sagittarius, we have the Eight of Swords, which is a step back from the Nine of Swords, so that's good. It looks like things calm down a little bit here. Not much, though. This is thinking about something over and over and over again on this repeating loop in your mind where you can't shut it off and you don't know exactly what's going on around you. You don't know what the safe step to take is here, and you don't want to make a mistake, and you're feeling stuck and trapped and blocked because you don't know what to do. And that's actually causing you to overthink things. This is like overthinking something, grinding on something, and not getting anywhere by doing it. This can be like a self-imposed mental prison of your own thoughts. Tell me about this Eight of Swords. Why is that central to the energy for Sagittarius and this connection for October 2023, please? Thank you. On the bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups again. We've already seen this. This is actions toward love and emotions. Moving forward with romantic gestures, romantic offers, trying to advance that in some way. This might be a case of where you want to work on it with this person and you're looking to rebirth this connection. It's just not your decision on whether that can happen. It's their decision. And this could be thinking about their advancing and they're moving forward with you and waiting on that to occur. Three of Wands is Aries energy of waiting. This is like being at the beginning stages of manifesting something and having already started down the path to that, taking actions to manifest something. Only there's still this positive expectancy that the thing I want is going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet. And I'm kind of like waiting on that to show up. Like I'm waiting on it to like materialize here. Justice is right behind that. Libra's major arcana card, most powerful card of balance in the deck. It's about doing the right, fair, just thing. The sword in the card is used to sever something that's not in balance. So balance can be restored and then the right, fair, just thing can happen. But the fact that it's here tells me something unfair and unjust and unbalanced has occurred, or there would be no need for this. You're waiting on things to be made right. You're waiting on actions to show you that things are going to be right. Advancement toward you here. And then we got that Page of Cups behind it again. News, messages, communications of love and emotions, lovey-dovey messages, immature emotional energy, not fully developed, not fully mature emotional energy. I mean, there's a fish in the cup. That's like a sleight of hand thing. It's a distraction. It's like, look at the fish and not in my eyes because I don't want you to see. Emotions are rough and choppy in the background. This is not mature energy here. When I clarify the Eight of Swords, Page of Swords, King of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Page of Swords, news, messages, communication. There's a lot of communication going on here. And I don't know if it's between you and this person. It's possible. Maybe you've moved away from this person and you're starting something new but that doesn't look right, doesn't feel right. Here you're looking into the past for something. This is an energy of someone who's trying to learn something, someone who's trying to figure something out. This can be like snooping around, like doing some investigation, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. This could be like stalking somebody's Facebook page or, Instagram or what social media, like driving past their house, checking up on them, driving past where they work, asking people about them. This could be some other person that's not even you that knows both of you and saw something that's going on and has come to you to report what's going on, and now you're grinding on that, can't get it out of your head. It could just be that you just don't know what the hell's going on with this person, and the communications aren't telling you what's going on for real, and now because you have gaps in your knowledge, you start grinding on things and trying to fill those gaps in and simulate what's really going on, trying to figure it out. But that's not helpful to you, like psychologically here. Next, I have the King of Cups, which is sitting right beside the Queen of Cups, but the way they're laid on the table, they have their backs to each other here. This is counterparts. This is two cards that are supposed to be together. This is like a power couple here. It's like counterparts in terms of love and emotions. This would make great husband-wife material, like great emotional relationship, but there's something off. There's something off. This King of Cups is also an energy of someone who does not wear their heart on their sleeve. So this could be a person who totally loves you, but you just don't really know because they don't express that. This could be a person that hates your guts and you just don't really know because they don't express that either. This could be someone who's in emotional turmoil and everything's all rough and choppy around them, but you just don't know because they don't wear their heart on their sleeve. Next, I have 10 of Pentacles. This is screaming husband to me, honestly. King and Queen of Cups. History here. History that prevents me from making the decision to remove myself from this. History that makes me want to work on it. And also this element of control here, authority here. 10 of Pentacles is Virgo energy, but this is most people's goal in terms of the physical reality. It's maximum stability and abundance and prosperity. This is combined together lives, in the physical world, building a life together, combining lives together. This is usually married people or people that live together or that are in such a committed relationship that they're more often than not with each other. And I don't know how to take this yet because in the midst of that energy, we have new beginning. Like I said, though, this can represent filling the cup back up because of this, trying to fill the cup back up because of the marriage. But there's a decision, a final decision. Again, I've seen that twice here, a decision that needs made that's not being made. And I've got final decision about the relationship. Call it. Is it dead and over? Or are we resurrecting this? And there's nothing beside it in the row, so there's nothing to continue that story. There's a gap there, which again, feels like it's going back to this gap in what you know, gap in what the facts are that you have, what the communications are saying versus what you can see, and that stuff not necessarily matching. Now it's got you stuck in your head. The final card for you, we actually got two. We got the Moon and the Nine of Wands. The Moon is Pisces energy. Again, this is fear, worry, and anxiety. There's two cards in the deck that mean that, and you got both of them, the first and the last card here. This is fear, worry, and anxiety, usually caused by uncertainty. When it's dark outside and the moon's out, you can't see what you're doing in front of you, you can't see the full path in front of you. It's really easy to lose sight of, am I still on the right path? Was this even the right path for me to begin with? Did I make a wrong turn somewhere? Should I stop and go back? And that level of uncertainty of not knowing what's going on around you can be enough to cause fear, worry, and anxiety. On the negative side of this card, it can also represent something being hidden in the dark, as in some secret being kept. Something's going on that you don't know about. Some illusion is happening. And with that, I have the Nine of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy. Again, this is walled off defensive energy. This tells me you've been hurt. You're not stuck in your head here for no reason. You're not full of fear, worry, and anxiety for no reason. Something has caused you pain and your defenses are up. You don't want to be hurt anymore. And this could also be a case of I don't I can't make a decision about this because not only is there history that makes me want to work on it, I can't get away from this. I don't want to get away from this. I've been hurt. I don't want to be hurt anymore. But I'm trying to figure this out. Tell me more about the moon and the Nine of Wands. Why is that here for Sagittarius, please? Let's get 2 more on the moon and the Nine of Wands, please. Okay, we'll take an extra one. Thanks. Just do what I'm told. Bottom of the deck. What? 7 of Swords. Aquarius energy. Lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around behind backs, trying to get away with something. Now, that is not the only meaning of this card. Sometimes this card can represent self-preservation. Again, like I've already seen, you've been hurt. Your fear, worry, and anxiety, uncertain. Like this could just be, I don't want to get hurt and I'm trying to preserve myself. Like the dude on the card steals the swords because he doesn't want the swords used against him. He doesn't want to be hurt by the swords, so he steals them to make sure they can't hurt him. So it can represent you not wanting to be hurt. It can even represent leaving something behind because he can only carry 5 of the 7 swords and he leaves 2 of them behind. There's too many little nuances here that are making me think we got something sneaky going. 5 of Wands underneath that, internally conflicted here. Maybe a piece of you knows this and another piece of you doesn't want to believe it. Another piece of you doesn't want to see it. And that could actually be the internal conflict you're having. It could be this type of behavior caused you to be internally conflicted because now you've been so hurt, but you still don't know what to do. Ace of Pentacles, we have a physical, tangible, real world, I can touch it opportunity presenting itself here. This is a new opportunity. It's a physical opportunity though. I don't know if this is an opportunity for you. It doesn't appear that way because you're conflicted. Even when you get an opportunity, when you're conflicted about it, you don't really make the most of it. And this is potential. It's something that has potential, but it's going to require work, time, effort, energy, commitment. And without that, it's just empty potential. And this is looking like it's talking to me more about what's going on here because I've got the moon, possibly something being hidden in the dark, some secret being kept, like the wool's been pulled over your eyes and you don't see everything. We could have someone from their past showing back up. Could be someone that this doesn't need to be someone from their past in terms of like someone they used to be with. This can just be someone that's not brand new, like someone they've known for a period of time. Could be someone that they work with. It could be just someone that they've known for, it's not a new person. Even though at the beginning it's talking about the birth of something new and some decision happening. It doesn't feel like necessarily brand new person. There's someone here that they already knew. They just got some physical opportunity to do something here, to be sneaky and deceptive. And I think they kept that in the dark from you, which is part of like this is the lying and the sneaking around, and the moon is the secret. When I clarify that moon and 9 of Wands, I get 9 of Cups, the Empress, 5 of Swords, 7 of Cups. 9 of Cups is Pisces energy. This is singles energy. This is like being emotionally single. This is also sometimes, this is a card really that's about like your own personal happiness and wish fulfillment. This can represent your person, like your happiness and wish fulfillment doesn't seem to be being talked about here. You're trying to figure out what the hell is going on and what do I do moving forward. This looks to be like someone else's smug energy. Like this is someone who's their own personal happiness and wish fulfillment is the most important thing to them. It's more important than what you feel and what's best for you. It's more important than what's best for us as a couple. This is like me, and me some more. And that's what's important. This can be a person who's not single. It can be a person who's in this 10 of Pentacles relationship, who's in this King and Queen of Cups relationship here. It could be someone in that who is just presenting themselves as emotionally single. The Empress, we have the birth of something new twice in this reading. I'm using 2 decks. I've got it in both decks. This is the universe beating me over the head going, dude, I done told you something new has been birthed here. Now, this could be a dual message in that your ultimate happiness and wish fulfillment would be rebirthing this connection with this person. I just don't see how that can happen, and I'm defending against getting hurt here. This is looking much more like your person's energy showing up here, explaining why you've been hurt and explaining why you have all this fear, worry, anxiety, uncertainty, and that something's been hidden from you. It's because they're all about themselves, and then they birthed something new. And 5 of Swords, more Aquarius energy. Again, another 5. It's a conflict. It's a change. This is a conflict in communications. This is a psychological conflict, a mental conflict. At its core, it's a mentally and psychologically painful situation or event. This can be a betrayal. This can be a bitter fight, like a breakup kind of a fight where bitter words are spoken. Words are used like weapons. Like this is causing pain on someone, usually because I want to hurt you. Like this is winning at all costs. Like I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to get my own personal happiness and wish fulfillment. And if you get hurt in the process, well, I'm sorry about your luck, but I'm taking care of what I want and totally okay with collateral damage. And yeah, there's definitely collateral damage. This is like massive conflict in this combined together element of the two of you, whether that's you're married or you live together or very stable, committed relationship where you've basically combined your lives together, but there's a conflict in that, a fight in that, pain in that, loss in that. And the only card left in that row that is a new beginning in love and emotions, a new cup. Final clarifier here is the 7 of Cups. This is Scorpio energy of options and choices and confusion about the options and choices. There's a lot of cups here. There's a lot of different stuff in these cups. There's a lot of different things you could do, different ways this situation could play itself out, and you're not wanting to make a mistake and pick the wrong cup. The cloud of smoke here represents obscured vision. Again, it feels like somebody's blowing smoke up your ass, and there's like a smoke screen going on to prevent you from seeing something. We got somebody in control that's calling the shots, that's keeping the blinders on you. And specifically, they're keeping blinders on about birthing something new and passionate messages and lovey-dovey communications. And it's like as soon as that blinder is lifted, it looks like we have breakup and this person running off to follow the wand. This can be someone is deceiving you and like emotionally confusing you. This could just be talking about part of the thing you may not see is that your person can start something new because they have options and choices and they can do a lot of different things here. Again, though, between judgment and the options and choices, and now I'm confused about what to do. We have a hole here. We have a gap. Which again is like probably another reason why I've got fear, worry, anxiety, stress, stuck in my head, grinded and can't get out of my own head. Fear, worry, anxiety, uncertainty, hurt. Does not look like you're having a pleasant time in this situation. I'm going to scoot this over a little bit and get us some more room here. Take a look at your person's energy here, Sagittarius, because in their energy in this connection, we have judgment, 3 of Cups, and the Chariot. Judgment, we've already seen this. It's the last clarifier for your first card. It is a final decision. A person's first card is always the most important card for them. For you, it's fear, worry, anxiety, stress, mental anguish. For them, it's the decision. That's what it's felt like since early on in this reading, is that this person is the emperor. This person is the one in control. This person's the one calling the shots and has the real decision that you want made. They're the one that has the power to make that and not you. Showing up first for them. Is it dead and over, or are we going to resurrect this? Tell me about judgment. Why is judgment here for Sagittarius' romantic person of interest? October 2023. A lot going on here. Again, we got a lot flip up. Notice how nothing actually came out onto the table. The cards flipped over face up in the deck, and it's making me dig for them. It's like this person doesn't want to talk. And I felt that at the beginning when I was trying to get their 3 initial cards. I made it all the way through a full shuffle with nothing. That's very rare. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands. Aries energy, waiting. Your person is waiting on something. They're waiting to make a decision here. They're waiting to call this dead and over with. They're waiting to decide to resurrect it. It's also they have taken actions towards something they're trying to manifest, and the thing they want might not be here yet, and they think it's going to be here. It's related to moving forward in love and emotions, advancing a love offer, advancing a love connection, moving forward that way. And then there's 8 of Swords. We've already seen this in your energy, Gemini energy. Thinking about something over and over again, moving forward in love, waiting on that, grinding on it. Can't stop thinking about that. There's something they don't know too. That card was blindfolded. This energy also affects them. There's some decision that hasn't been made on their end either. When I clarify Judgment, 7 of Wands, High Priestess, 2 of Pentacles, Page of Wands. 7 of Wands is Leo energy. This is also walled off defensive energy. It's like defensive. This is like defending my position on something, defending my stance on something, fighting off this external energy that's coming at me. I'm fighting it all off. This can be like fighting for what I desire, fighting for what I want, fighting for what I believe in. It can represent fighting for the connection. But this person is fighting for something and they're waiting on something, and I don't know exactly what those things are yet, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to find out. Maybe, I don't know. I have the High Priestess next. We've already seen the Moon, which can represent something hidden in the dark, something you don't know about, a secret being kept, an illusion. Likewise, with the High Priestess, she can represent there's information you just don't have. There's something going on that you don't have any facts to support. You have this intuitive knowing, you have gut feelings about what's going on, but you probably don't have the facts required to verify it. That might be why you're stuck in your head. That might be the gap in the information that you have. There's some gap you have for sure, but this is you already know. She rules over the decisions. She's the 2 of the major arcana. She rules over the 2 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles that we have right here, and 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups. She rules over the decisions. So there's some element here of them fighting off what you know. Like, you don't have the facts, and this is probably this person going, you're full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about. No, that's not right, and you can't actually prove it, but in your gut, you know it's true. That's your internal knowing. Signs, synchronicities, dreams with messages, like just that divine guidance. Then we have 2 of Pentacles. This person is fighting off your knowing, fighting off you being able to decide. This is a decision. It's a 2. It's also Capricorn energy, and it's also a card of balance, but it's more balance in terms of like, I'm trying to get my balance back once it's been thrown off, or I'm fighting to maintain my balance because it's been thrown off. This is 1 foot in, 1 foot out, back and forth energy. This is like weighing the options, looking at the pros and cons, trying to make some decision about something physical where I can't have both things. I have to pick one, and I'm back and forth about it. I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out, emotionally off balance here. Again, I got that impression with this, like, there's someone hiding something from you. There was sneaky, deceptive behavior, betrayal, blindfolded, like can't see. Someone's blowing smoke to prevent you from seeing something. And this is almost like I'm fighting like hell and to get you to not be stable in your belief about what you know. Because the facts are you don't have the facts and you can't prove it. And I'm trying to destabilize your belief in that. And then I've got the Page of Wands here, which I think we've already seen. Yeah, it's 3rd card down in the overall energy. News, messages, and communications about passion and desire. It's the willingness to take the very first step down a brand new path toward passion and desire. central to your person's energy, I have to back up. One more thing this Two of Pentacles can mean is juggling more than one person. Like, I'm defending against making a decision. I'm defending against this external energy coming from you and your intuition and what you feel you know. And you feel you know I'm juggling two people. And I feel you know that, which is why I'm trying to destabilize that belief. But I am communicating somewhere, and I do have the willingness to move down that path. And then that brings us to central to their energy, Three of Cups, Cancer energy. Sometimes this is reconciliation energy. This can be about being reunited and celebrating. Judgment, we've seen twice, can be about resurrection. The other meaning to the Three of Cups is a third-party love connection, because we do have three cups of love in the picture here. So let's clarify that. Why is the Three of Cups central to Sagittarius's romantic person of interest energy? This connection for October 2023. Please, Lord, have mercy. This person's got... It's like they go to extremes. Like, 1 minute I can't get the cards out, and now they're spitting out extra cards. I normally get 3. I got 4 here. I got 5 here. Bottom of the deck. Ace of Pentacles. A practical, tangible, physical, real-world opportunity, physical opportunity presented itself to your person. We're clarifying 3 cups, which can be, okay, this could be, there's a physical opportunity here to reconcile. I haven't decided yet. I'm still uncommitted to that and weighing my options. Or this could just as easily be a physical opportunity presented itself for me to birth something new, and this little drives and urges that I have to make me do naughty stuff kind of kicked in, and third cup of love popped in. If this is an opportunity, like in a good sense, I don't understand what this is trying to say. I mean, it could be we have an opportunity to end the cycle that's happening between us and start a beautiful new cycle. This is the final card of the major arcana. The World is the ending of the major arcana, but at the same time, it's starting back over at the beginning. So this is like one cycle ending, and at the same time, a new one starting. Magician, they're trying to manifest the beginning of some new cycle starting and the ending of some old cycle here. 7 of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around behind your back. This is someone's thoughts and actions creating the world around them. Creating the world around them. This is manifesting what it is your will desires to be in the physical world, and doing this sneaky, deceptive stuff to get it. I want to clarify the Three of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. 8 of Wands. 4 of Swords. 9 of Swords. King of Swords. I don't want to see swords. I've had too many of way the wrong swords out here. This Wheel of Fortune, like I said, is divine timing. It can be a fated event. It can be a change in the luck and fortune to this connection. It could just be something shifted, and we were going fine, and then suddenly this thing changed where an opportunity presents itself for this third cup of love, and that changes everything. Eight of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy, very fast moving energy. Only energy faster than this is the Chariot. We've already seen it once. We're about to see it again because it's your person's final card that I'm going to clarify next. Very fast, forward moving energy, very fast, passionate energy. This is rapid back and forth, passionate communication, fast progress on something there's passion and desire and drive for. Very quick. This can also be like a lot happening at once, a lot coming at you at once, so much that it's like it's overwhelming. It's like too much to handle, too much to process. It's coming in too fast. This can be very overwhelming kind of an energy. It could also be, hey, something has changed here, and my intuition is picking up on, like, there's this very fast moving weird energy that's not normally here. And you could even be picking up on that there's passionate communications happening. Four of Swords is next to clarify this Three of Cups. This is Libra energy. This is stabilizing the thoughts, stabilizing the mind, like choosing to go inside a person's self to like calm their mind down so they can figure out what the hell to do moving forward. This is like something has changed rapidly for your person with this third cup, with this opportunity. And it became very fast moving, very overwhelming. And this is them trying to like, let me chill out and figure out what to do. Because right now, and this has got me off balance, and I don't know here. I need to stabilize myself because my thoughts are getting out of control. And boy, do they get out of control. Nine of Swords. This is your very first card. Gemini energy, fear, worry, anxiety, thinking about something so much with all this fear and worry behind the thoughts that it becomes physically stressful. Sleepless nights. This is a person who has their eyes covered. They don't want to face the situation that they're in. It's tied directly to, oh shit, I got to figure out what to do because this is happening really fast and I'm worried about this passionate communication here. This might be somebody worrying that they're going to get uncovered. King of Swords is their final clarifier here for the Three of Cups. This is Aquarius or Gemini energy. This is a decision-making energy. This is a very smart, very logical, rational, analytical, like cerebral kind of a person that when they make their decisions, though, they are completely emotionally detached. They do not consult their emotions at all when they decide things. This is looking strictly at what's right in front of me. What can I see with my own eyes? What can I verify? What do I know to be true? What are the numbers? And I'm going to do the math and add all this up and see if the math works. And I'll make my decision based on the truth and the facts of something. I don't give two shits how you feel. I'm going to decide based on the facts and what's best for me. This can be like very cold, calculated kind of a person or someone that feels cold and calculated here. Now I've got the Chariot as their final card. Again, Cancer Major Arcana, fastest energy in the deck. This can be getting in the Chariot and just getting the hell out of Dodge, like super fast, abruptly, like what? Yeah, and it's like, could be something like that happen. That this is like having the will to overcome some problem or some obstacle or something that's in their way, having the will to just get past all that and move forward very quickly in success and victory. Tell me about the Chariot. Why is that here as the final card for Sagittarius? Is it right-hand person of interest? Bottom of the deck. Knight of Cups. Actions toward love and emotions, moving forward in romantic offers, romantic gestures, advancing a love connection in some way, doing that very quickly, having the will to do that and to get past any obstacles in the way of doing that. Three of Wands, but there's something that they're waiting on. They've started down the path. They not only have the willingness to take the first steps on something, they actually took those first steps. And they believe that the thing they want is going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet. And they're waiting on it. Queen of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. This is usually the wife. This would be like the wife, the mother figure, the person that I'm building my life around. Like she works together with the King of Pentacles. And they work as equals to build and manage the Ten of Pentacles. That being combined together type of a life. I see the Ten of Pentacles over here. I see the Queen lurking in the background here, but no King. Like they're waiting on something related to you, or okay, this could be a case where there's some relationship that they're waiting on you to get out of. I don't really see that or feel that. It can be a case of their other person is actually someone's wife or a stable, committed, live with them person, and they're waiting on something related to that person. They're looking a little confusing here. It's nothing that seems good, though, because to clarify the Chariot, I got the Four of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Three of Swords. See, that's weird. 4, 5, 3. Like, it's Four of Wands is more Aries energy. This is the step after the Three of Wands that we just saw for them, where they're waiting on something that they're trying to manifest. This is the celebration of the thing I'm trying to manifest being here. It's like physically here. The Four Wands represent 1111, which is the number of manifesting. This is about manifesting it, and it's here, and I can celebrate that. This is also, though, stability of the home, stability of the family life, stability of the connection. This would be like, again, like engagement, wedding, marriage, living together type thing. I've got 2 cards out here that represent that. Next, I have the Five of Cups, which is Scorpio energy. Again, it's another 5. I've seen too many 5s too. This is like conflict. It's change. This is emotional conflict. This is sadness and remorse about the past. It's about being focused on these 3 cups that have been spilled, all the love and emotions that have been spilled and wasted, all the time, effort, and energy that's been spilled and wasted. There's still 2 upright cups in the background. That could represent that they still have feelings for you. There's still a connection there, just doesn't have their focus right now. They're focused on the past, or they're focused on something. At its core, that's what this card's really about. Like, wherever a person places their focus is going to dictate to them what emotions they feel. If you focus on the past, you will feel what you felt in the past. If you focus on something that you've lost, you're going to feel that loss. If you focus on something that you think is missing from your life, you will feel that gap in your life, and that can cause you to not see things that you do have in your life. It can cause you to not pay attention to important connections that you have. This can represent, I did some things and now I'm remorseful about that. I have some regrets and some sadness about that. It looks like, because there was a stable, happy home life here, and there was probably very fast moving, passionate energy involved here that you look like you picked up on, whether you could verify it or not. And then we're left with this Three of Swords, Libra energy of heartbreak and sadness, usually from a third energy. Now, that third energy is not always a person, and when it is, it's not always a romantic third party, although it definitely can be. And I've had the Seven of Swords way too many times, Three of Cups, Two of Pentacles, juggling 2 people. I've got the Devil. I've got someone from the past and a choice needing to be made. I've got the Empress, the birth of something new in both decks. I've got a secret being kept. I've got a betrayal. I've got all this fear, worry, and anxiety about the unknown and the uncertainty, and having gaps in my information and clouded judgment and someone obscuring what I can see. This doesn't have to be third party, but it feels like it is. That third energy can be any number of things. It can be an addiction. We've got the Devil out here. It could be anything. It could be partying too much, working too much, like watching too much TV, eating too many potato chips. Like anything can, like nosy friends, family members, neighbors, mom sticking her nose in it. Like anything like that can become this third energy. But it's in the same row again with this, like, oh damn, I gotta slow this down and figure out what to do, and I'm off balance. But it's also an energy of juggling more than one person. And again, I got this 4, 5, 3 out of order dynamic, and in this row I have 2, 4, 3. So again, it's out of order, like right where that crosses. It's so weird. And what's left here is I'm worried about this passionate communicating. And I'm worried about the truth. I'm worried about being seen. I'm worried about like disconnecting my emotions. I'm so worried that I have disconnected my emotions. This is not looking pleasant. This is not looking pleasant. Now, if you still have questions about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. And when you do, you'll be taken to more Sagittarius love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.